welcome to Whole Lotta.
And we're moving because
that's perfect, actually.
That is actually the gods that's moving.
Yes. So I'm gonna whole lot of topics.
A lot of gossip.
Whole lot of fun.
Yes.
Deli!
Hey, Bethany.
Hi. We're kind of coordinating a little bit with the 10. You have black and 10, I have 10.
This is gray.
That's gray?
Yeah.
It looks 10 on the light. Let's pretend like it's 10.
No, I wear gray.
So it's 10.
It looks nice.
And we kind of match.
She has on a gray sweater. So it looks nice.
Yeah.
With some shimmery stuff. You got like this.
We weren't planning.
Well, do the shade because you got shimmeries on it.
So, we got a lot to talk about, a lot of juicy topics. We're going to get right to it. What are you drinking today?
I am drinking something called Confidence. Yeah. I'll teach you later. You'll hear about that later. What you drinking, girl?
Confusion.
I had that last night. And then I had Revelation this morning. And that's why I have confidence right now.
Okay. You gotta tell me when you're gonna be random.
It's for the show. We talked about this.
No.
It's in the production.
No. I'm just kidding. No.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, so I'm drinking Confusion. I had Confidence last week. But Confusion today. It's nice and strong kick. Anywho. So we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna get right into Basketball Wives. So, hi, Mom.
They shout out the cupcakes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So, Miss Bunny, real quick, made me some cupcakes, and they look really good. I can't wait to eat them after the show. If you guys were here, you have some, but you're not. So, sorry, not sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Speaking of cupcakes, Evelyn.
Why you call her Cupcake?
Because she is full of shit right now.
So she full of cake?
Yeah, she's full of cake. Yeah.
No, but actually, who side am I on? Oh yeah, I'm actually not on Evelyn's side. So basically, on the reunion last week, last week, OG was not allowed on the set because they said she posed as a threat and they were nervous about her aggression. OG said that she thought that they were retaliating against her because of her complexion.
That's bullshit, but okay.
Some people say that they are like that because you know that she is a browner girl. But so I don't think it has anything to do with complexion. But I do feel like they don't view her. A lot of people, even yourself, don't view her as attractive or pretty. So I think that that's why they're judging her so harshly. Okay.
I never said OG was ugly. I said OG has horrible makeup and her mouth is very dry.
You said she was not cute last
That
week.
doesn't mean you're ugly. That's not cute.
So what is she?
So we talked about this. There's attractive,
Yes.
there's cute, no, there's attractive, there's cute, there's pretty, there's beautiful. OG is attractive. She needs help with being attractive. She wears horrible makeup and she's so hard and her mouth is just so loud and she talks all the time.
She has a wide mouth. She's a very hard
better
feature.
But this is her first season. So
no, it's
Evelyn,
not. She's been there for like the last season, remember?
this is her second season. You don't get popping until your third check. Your third season check.
Nah, Evelyn and Jen kind of came out popping.
Evelyn was okay. She was looking like she was in the Bronx.
Evelyn was popping.
Jen was the only one.
Jen.
Jen is the only one that came in popping. Malaysia, no. Shawnee, and this was her show, no. Jackie, hell no. Who else was on there?
But I feel like they all would consider attractive. Like I think because of her, I think it's her personality and she's very harsh. And then I think that is like Evelyn has the epitome or what is considered attractive by society. So that's why they let Evelyn get away with a lot of stuff, throwing bottles, chasing Cece down the street.
But that's why Shawnee lets her get away with it, because it's a woman that's in charge.
Shawnee let her get away with it because that's her friend. Because Evelyn's her friend. But I feel like people aren't condemning her, like the other ladies as well. I do feel like they're bullying OJ. I feel like she's like protecting herself.
I think OJ personality doesn't allow people to like her. I think she needs to look at them. Nobody's OG OD. Like, she was hard from the beginning. Like, from the rip, she had an issue with people.
I think she did too much with the whole Kirsten and saying Byron's son. She was wrong for that. I feel like her being mad at Kirsten, or I think it's more of a jealousy because Kirsten got accepted, but Kirsten is manipulating her way. in the situation. So I think it was kind of like, why is Kirsten being accepted and I'm not? So she started being harsher on Kirsten, and she thought she was being loyal to Cece. But Cece need a backbone.
But Cece, okay. So another thing, hey boo. So with Cece, that whole situation, she's a copycat because she left the show and OG came back. But that's why I said OG is for self, because you didn't call Cece and say we going back. So Cece.
But you didn't see the clip, so you don't know if Cece coming back. You don't know yet.
Cece ain't coming back. Cece and Byron's out.
How? So she might be there on Wednesday.
All I see is her and that Jimmy Jazz boyfriend shirt.
I like her boyfriend. He's cute to me.
No, he's cute, but he needs to stop dressing like he's dressed.
Huh?
That shirt is very 125th Street. I'm
No
sorry.
money. That's why you're trying to get picked up. We playing overseas. He make $5 a week.
Overseas, you make money.
I mean, I'm being funny. No, I know
Oh,
that.
'cause-
He makes decent money, but he's not making like millionaire status money.
He's making more than an H&M shirt. Or Freddie's. Remember
Maybe
Freddie's?
she's not styling. She's so busy thinking about the ring. She's not thinking about styling.
She's so busy thinking about how to get on next season. And she's also not invited to next season.
I know.
I saw a clip. I don't know how true it is, but I saw like a little OG got fired from Basketball Wives.
So real quick before we move on,
Mm-hmm.
they talked about color. Well, I kind of briefly touched on it just now. Do you feel like colorism has anything to play into why they treat OG the way they do?
I don't think that has anything to do with complexion.
Mhm.
Because there's other dark women. She is the darkest,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not like a panel of light-skinned women on the show. They're all different. They have an Asian, Cece's
Filipino, yeah.
Filipino.
Yeah.
They all different colors. There's like 3 darker women on the show: Jennifer, Malaysia, and Kristen.
Yeah.
OG is just darker, but it's about her
You think it's her? You think she's too rough?
She's very nasty.
Yeah. So did you hear about Evelyn calling her a monkey?
I did not hear about that, but I'm not surprised.
Evelyn called her a monkey. Or she made a comment in reference to a monkey, which she got in trouble for. So they're calling for her to be fired. So I feel like,
Evelyn to be fired?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what I think, it's one of those things where some people don't know, but I feel like nowadays you know, even if a person is black and they look like a monkey, because some people, I mean, I say some black people, but some people look like monkeys.
No, they don't.
No, yes, not
You know
black
what-
people.
You know what it is?
You know white monkeys?
No, you know
Some
what?
people look like, okay, Black China, sometimes in her makeup, she's very beautiful, but she has the monkey-esque features sometimes. Monkeys are cute, Curious George. Like, I'm not being racist.
No, but we can't. That's really racist because white people used to call. Not that you're
No,
racist, but
I know,
the
but-
word monkey.
Just, like the lady
the
that...
word monkey is often attributed to black people,
It's-
but if you
What's
take...
up, being serious?
Well,
Oh
hold
my
on.
god, no, I'm sorry.
Hold on. If
Some
you
people
take a
laugh at me.
monkey and you shave it, what does it look like? It looks like a little white dude.
Okay. Right.
So I don't know why they attribute it.
Equate this is what, like, who else? Okay, so like the lady, right?
Mm.
The lady who Roseanne called the monkey. That woman don't even look black, and she does look a little bit like a monkey.
No, but that word is just so
The word
horrible.
monkey, an animal.
So
Okay.
of course, like a monkey. Like,
It's
If
wrong.
you wanna insult someone's looks and you wanna liken them to an animal, you can say they look like a dog or they look like a swamp donkey.
Yeah.
But when you say monkey, that has racial implications in it.
You
And
cracking up?
no, because that wasn't supposed to.
I'm being dead
just
serious.
call them a swamp donkey. They look
That's
like a swamp
true. But that woman, that's another topic. But I do feel like that woman, Roseanne did not know that woman was black. I didn't know that woman was black until they said she was black. The woman, you follow politics. The woman that was under Obama administration, that she got in trouble for calling her a monkey. I couldn't tell that she was a monkey at all.
Who?
We'll Google it and get back to it. But yeah,
The one that Roseanne, her show got canceled.
she
Roseanne
called
Arnold.
someone a monkey in politics. But when you see the woman, you can tell she.
I think she was talking about. Was she not talking about? What, Condoleezza Rice?
Mm-mm. It was a woman. She was like, I didn't know the bitch was black. That's what she said. Anyway, she didn't look black to me. I couldn't tell she was black at first. But yeah, so I don't want me to offend anyone, but I'm saying some people look like animals, black or white. Because you could be white and have those features and look like an animal. I don't think OG looks like a monkey. Let me
No,
make that
that's
clear.
OG.
Yeah, she don't look like a
That's
monkey
so
at
OG.
I think
all.
saying it in this day and age,
You
I
should
think in
just
this
should've
day
came
and
right like a
age,
monkey.
like you already should know what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? if you liking anyone that's even remotely close to being of African descent, and
You
you
can't
like
say
it
it like
into
a monkey.
fucking monkey,
Yeah.
you're probably gonna be in for some shit. You
Just
know
like,
what
but I told a woman that was Latin. This was years ago though, so before social media. And she was saying the person looked like a monkey because they were playing around being silly. And she was like, look at him looking like a little monkey. And I said, you can't say that. She was like, oh, I call my kids monkeys all the time.
Yeah.
But once I corrected her, she was like, oh, okay, thank you for telling me. You know what I mean? But she had no idea that monkey
that
meant.
word is
But
very.
that was like 2002, yeah.
And sure, she has an idea. She's Spanish. Spanish people racist as fuck. Some of them.
Well, let's hope that. Oh, don't use that word. Find another way to describe someone, especially a black person. Yes, very true. Like I said, you won't say monkey. Black China doesn't look like. She looks like an animal, but not a monkey. So we're gonna move on a little bit. So, so the Basketball Wives reunion is every Wednesday at 8 p.m. It'll be on this Wednesday, and we'll talk about it a little bit
Are you doing what?
next week.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to this topic because we had a conversation before, but then we went in depth and then something else happened in my life. So, I was like, let's just talk about it. Right. So, as we know, the show is called Whole Lot. And it's because we're a whole lot of women. We're BBW women, as you can see. If
Really? They can see?
if they can see. I don't know. Maybe they think we look like Chelsea Handler. That's another topic.
Don't look like Chelsea Handler.
Chelsea Handler. But so I put a post. I don't know if you saw it in the thick like one
The model.
Yeah, and it was so I was just saying what people like. Oh, that's not accurate. But my first question was, do you feel? I'm going to reword it because I said why are people mad? But people are saying that people aren't mad. So I'm saying, do you feel like people are mad when a plus size woman? We're talking about women because we're women. I know big men say they get it hard all the time. So we're not talking about y'all right now. We're talking about basically women. Do you feel like people are mad if a BBW woman has self-confidence?
Y'all started off.
No, I'm asking so we can.
I don't think so.
I got different opinions about it.
Okay, so you say no.
Generally, I think that you're talking about what, most men, most black men, who we asking? Society?
Society as a whole.
Society's made up of a lot of different people, so you're going to have people that are cool with it, admirers, niggas that like big women that are definitely cool with that, and people that are cool and, understand. And you're going to have the health nuts out there who, that's not promoting the image of health and, whatever, regardless, even though that sometimes being big oftentimes has nothing to do with food. Sometimes it's just genetics. You know what I mean? You look at Polynesian people. They have a lot of big people in their family, and these are some of the strongest, fastest, motherfuckers, but they have a lot of big people in their family, big bone people. You know what I'm saying? So I think societally, on a society, if you're going to say, I think that big girls are more accepted now than ever. You know what I'm saying? Not just in the sexual aspect, but just, in everything, More business, they're on TV and shit more, and you could debate what kind of roles they're getting or whatever, but, I feel like now is a more accepted time for them than ever.
Okay.
Yeah. So me, this is a personal thing. So I feel like a lot of women hate skinny women, hate sometimes on big girls because they feel like they can't get the guy or whatever. I have experienced that. Oh, she's with him? Yeah, bitch. Yeah, okay. So I don't really like that aspect of it. I think a lot of women just hate because it's their own insecurities because they don't feel comfortable with themselves. Men, I feel like if they're not attracted to you, I haven't had anyone be disrespectful, big girl, or say anything bad. I'm just not their preference. And that's fine because some short men are not my preference, big boys, So if you don't like a big girl, that's fine. If you say, well, that's not my type, I'm not going to be like, ugh, why? No, I'm just not your type. But maybe you're not my type either.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about society. I do feel like big girls are on the map now. It kind of started with this BET show called Rock the Runway. Remember they had a big girl section?
I forgot about that show.
That was the first time I seen big girls look sexy on TV to me.
Okay.
we're showing
not being a
skin,
comic,
not
like
in a
a
flower dress.
Yeah.
You know, making a joke,
But
blah,
a
blah,
joke.
blah. Yes. So.
I was just actually a few things. Actually, you was talking reminded me of something, but even what you were saying, like a lot of times with like the health nuts, you don't really know what's going on with a person's health. You know, maybe a person's weight wouldn't be healthy on you. You know what I mean? You don't know. A lot of people want to assume like, oh, that's not healthy, but it's like sometimes people are angry about that. You know, but I notice like if a person is like anorexic, it's not the same. Like, because if it's about being healthy, if you're anorexic and you're being malnourished, you're not healthy as well. But it's not the same type of conversation when it's a person that maybe have an eating disorder, you know, bulimic or anorexic, versus someone that maybe, you know, overweight.
People say big
I
fat
think they
people
might
have
say-
eating disorders.
I think
too.
they say that because maybe anorexia is not as common as obesity or, you know, things like that.
That's true too.
But
That
it's
is
also
true
very
too.
private too. It's a private sickness.
Right.
That is true. Sometimes you can't cover it up. You can't
Yeah.
cover it up wearing like big clothes.
But
something
there
like
is
that.
negative connotation with being too skinny too. People see someone who's too skinny, they're like, oh, they're on drugs, they're sick, they're dying.
Only black people do that. If you
No,
notice,
not white people do too.
I haven't done. I
White
haven't seen. Usually, white people. Usually, in my experience, they celebrate when somebody's really thin. Only a black person, when you see somebody who loses weight, you be like, they sick. Only we do that.
No, I've seen white people.
I think we do that more. That's
I've
my
seen white
opinion.
people associate like extreme skinniness with sickness. And I remember in the army, well, just a quick story. In the army, you have to maintain a certain weight and body fat percentage.
Mhm.
And I remember actually seeing a guy actually being threatened with getting kicked out of the army because he was too skinny.
small.
He was too skinny. Like, he was super skinny. And they were like, bro, like, you gotta eat more.
Yeah.
They were like, yo, we're gonna basically force this
Yeah.
motherfucker to eat more.
But that's
You know what
also
I'm
in the army where you need to be a certain weight, you know, I guess like
Mhm.
carry the weapons and stuff
Right.
like that. But real quickly before we read the comments, I see a few comments. People, also because you were talking about genetics. So a nutritionist, when I was in Harlem Children, I worked for a nonprofit with kids, and he talked about obesity a lot in health. And the nutritionist said your size is 50% genetics and 50% diet and exercise. So it's not all genetics, but a big chunk. Like some people are naturally thinner than others, some people are naturally thicker than others. If you're naturally thicker, it may be harder to maintain or lose weight genetically.
Mhm.
So it's like 50-50. But
Yeah.
let's read some of the comments.
Okay, so Shiara said, hey.
Hey, well.
Jamel did the laugh emoji. Shiara said, not mad. Some people are still taken aback by it, but nowadays plus-size women are making statements and waves in acting, fashion, media, etc. We win it. There wasn't always a lane for us. Some people don't think there should be for whatever reason, jealousy, insecurity, etc. Jamel Zone says, Monique and Missy Elliott made BBW poppin'. Okay.
Missy Elliott and who?
Missy
Monique
Elliott
and
Monique.
Momo, yeah. So I have an experience, but before we move on.
They didn't make, okay, so Missy and Monique, they did put like big girls on the map, but they didn't make us sexy though.
Yeah.
So it was like Monique made jokes about it.
She was sexy, but still in the comedy realm.
Yes, and Missy was just a heavy-set female rapper, but we weren't seen as sexy. Like, I feel like when we come out as, like, sexy, sometimes, like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
You know, and that's by our own peers, to me.
Well, I think that, the societal, the beauty, the norm, or whatever society deems beautiful has changed over time. You know what I'm saying? Like in the 90s and the 80s, and you know what I mean? It was the super skinny girls. But back in Marilyn Monroe era, it was the thicker women, the fuller women. If you go back in Roman times, look at the statues, those are thicker women with little bellies. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, like the thing of beauty shifts and changes. And
That is
shit
true.
Like that,
A lot. Yeah.
So.
I know one experience, I want to talk about like childhood, but one experience that came to mind. So I was dating this guy. This was like years ago, but he was a big boy. He was plus size. So I came to his job, and I could just tell, like, I came to the job, whatever, look cute, whatever like that, and I could just tell, like, all the women there were just, like, angry or whatever. So nobody said anything to me, But then he worked at Target, so he bought me a TV. So he bought me a TV, and then I was going home, and then I was like, hey, look. He was like, oh yeah, everybody was talking about you, like, oh, like your girl's a BBW. We didn't know. Like, I'm like, first of all, he was a big guy. First of all, and second of all, it's like the women were upset that we were together. They were tight that we were together. Like, I guess he was like popular. You know, he's a good looking guy, swaggy, whatever. So they were just upset that I was a BBW, and they were like commenting, making comments. And of course, he didn't care. He was just like, "There's idiots." But it took me aback because it was like, wow, like, is it really that serious? Like, I'm going to my boyfriend's job to, you know, whatever, like that, get a little hookup on the TV, and it's like, y'all really that upset that we're together? Mm-hmm. Like, they was mad. It was like a whole, you know, a rumor, like a whole conversation.
When that happens, you just go harder. Like,
yeah, I should have went back to the job, right?
Right. Well, it's just like I've been in situations where I've been with my significant other, and I've gotten stank looks or, you know, looks that I wouldn't have ordinarily got if I was by myself. And that shit just makes me lean in harder. Like, especially girls, like, I'll be with a girl and then, you know, some girl looks at me and she be looking like, giving that look, because you can read people. Okay. And then give me that look like, why is he with her? And it's like, bitch, you wouldn't have gave me the time of fucking day anyway if I was fucking single, so don't worry about why I'm with this. Now I'm finna go in harder. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Did you get that mostly from women, or did men give you that as well?
Men don't be tripping on
shit. Men don't really care.
Like, the only time men be tripping about that shit is when we see a ugly ass nigga with a bad ass shit. And niggas be looking, like, niggas be looking, we already know what it is. That nigga got the bag.
Money?
He got the bag, man. Like, you know,
so I guess
or
it's
he's
the
got
same
an elephant
thing.
dick or something like.
But I guess that's the same thing, because you guys are mad, not mad, but you may feel a way.
Men are more willing to overlook shit. Most men don't trip about shit like that. Like, I don't really be focusing on other niggas' girls and. You know what I'm saying? Shit like, I'm just me personally. I don't really be focusing on other people like that.
Yeah, I've had guys say like, oh, he must have money because he's ugly like that. But like, I don't think it's the same.
I mean, yeah, we've said that shit before. Yeah. But you don't know the deal and we more say it like on some joke shit, not on some like real hating shit. Like, I can't believe he got that girl and that nigga. He must got the bag, little bitch ass nigga. Like, we don't really be like that. Yeah. You know, we just be kind of take notice. Like, damn, that's ugly as shit. Like,
I think women, we take everything as a personal attack. So it's like, if I like a guy and he's dating a chick and I'm just gonna say light skin, I'm just throwing that out there, then it's like, oh, you know, it's like, so I feel away because that person is not like me. So if the person was similar to me, it's like, oh, okay, like, you know, I can get them if I want them. But it's like, if you see somebody that's totally not your type, then it's kind of like, oh, that's what he likes, and then you start hating on it because you're so jealous.
Well, I've been in situations where it's like, I felt like people expected the hate from me. Like, I walked and seen a black girl with a white dude, and I'm in my head, I'm just like, whatever. But then she's looking at me, like, making eye contact, and I'm looking at her like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I know you want me to give a fuck, but I don't. Like,
But let's move on. But I want to talk about, like, experiences, because I know personally, you and I had different experience growing up. But I want to know, in your opinion, like, when growing up as because we were both chubby. You know, you go from chubby, you know, to thick, to BBW, so we were chubby girls.
I've always been
she was a chubby girl.
The only time I was skinny was when I was 2 weeks old. And at 5, I was skinny.
I was small up until like 5.
I seen her little children and baby pictures.
Yeah, she's a little chunky monkey. So you see a chunky monkey. But she's a little chunky monkey. Right, a little chunky monkey. Chunky monkey's okay.
That's okay?
Yeah, chunky monkey. So what was your experience like? Did you feel different, or were you popular?
So growing up, I was really, you know, blessed to have a mom. Like, my mom always made me feel like I was normal. Like, I wasn't this big girl growing up. She used to dress me like I was on the lesbian side a little bit, with overalls that was really baggy, because I had a body at like 7 months. No, but on a serious note, yeah. So she always used to say to me like, "You're beautiful. It doesn't matter like what people say about you." So I was confident up until maybe 25, maybe.
What? You grown in?
Yeah, because my insecurity started kicking in.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was just like me having to build myself up again. Not, my mother ain't there with me. She ain't walking me to work.
So what brought it on at 25?
My stomach was over my jeans a little bit.
Okay.
My girdles wasn't fitting right.
You were paying. Okay.
I was just
Your body was changing.
Yes, it was changing or whatever. So, but growing up, I was, I was popular. I had like the little shorties or whatever. Like I always thought, like I was a bad. Like I never thought
Before bad was even a word.
Yeah, I always
bad was good.
I always thought like I was cute, and
when you get your hair done, that's another story for another day.
Okay.
Like,
When she get her hair done,
that's another.
She
First of all, let's talk about weight.
Okay, sorry. We gotta talk about that next week.
I want to say real quick.
Real quick, Keena, go ahead.
Like, I want to say I don't think that body image issues are limited to big girls or just women in general.
Oh, definitely not.
Because growing up, I've always been tall, skinny, lanky. I got to high school, I wanted to be on swole a little bit, so I used to lift weights all the time. No matter how much weights I lift, I never would get diesel like the other kids. You know what I'm saying? I never would get diesel. You know what I mean? And that fucked me. I would take whey protein and all this weight gainer shit.
I know a lot of guys that
you know what I'm
take
saying?
like retarded, not retarded things, but crazy things.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
They do. I'm going to gym.
But that's
Yeah,
genetics. You only meant like that's a
Right.
genetic. You would have to go super
All the men
ultra
in my
extra
family
hard.
are like that. To the point where I
Right.
consider doing steroids. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Just
you would
get
have to
bigger.
go extra, like like with genetics. So that's
Right.
that's true. No, it's not about just big girl, but that's like what we're talking about
just
today.
And then, so another thing that used to so my mom's side, we're pretty like different. We're like all different shapes and sizes. But my dad's side, it's like slim. So it was like I was always the big William's daughter, the chunky fat, but he's always gonna be fat. But when I was little, so I was always the chunky one on my dad's side. So I felt like a little off with them sometimes, but it wasn't because of them. It was just that they were like the slim ones or whatever. But yeah, so I kind of had a good confidence growing up.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't think about looks, if that makes sense, really. Like, growing up, like, I was always a chubby girl, and I was bullied, so I didn't really think about that. My focus was more like, all right, I did well in math. I was good in math, all right, so stay smart, stay good in math, make sure you're good in math. And then I was vain about my hair, because I had, like, pretty long hair, and it was kind of thick. So that was my vanity, like, really was my hair. Mm-hmm. But then I really didn't think about looks, because I didn't have, like, a boyfriend in elementary school. And it's so funny, right, because I always think about this. I had a boy try to date me in kindergarten, but I said no, because I was like, I don't know, like, I was so young, I wasn't thinking. But Cordell, I think someone forgot who knows Cordell. But Cordell, he was like, check one in the box, and I was like, no, I don't think Cordell. And I could have had a little boo, but like I didn't.
These niggas don't know about the notes and shit.
Oh, that used to be the ball.
He was
Well,
like,
you gotta
check
know.
yes, no, or maybe. And I was like, no, I'm not going to check yes. And I was like somewhat shy. I didn't think. I started thinking about it once I started getting like real crushes. So like 13, I had a crush on this boy down south named Aaron. Then in high school, I had a crush on Vin. So it was like, that's when I kind of started thinking about, all right, make sure my hair.
Shout-outs?
Yeah.
Watch the show.
I always think about Aaron. I always think about Aaron down south, like how he's doing. I had
the
to
lights good?
No. Well, your complexion.
Man, that's close to you.
No, he was like your color, a little browner.
Okay.
But I had a big crush on Aaron from 13 to 15, and a crush on Van. But that's when I started thinking about looks. And then, once I started thinking about looks, and my mother was really into, all right, once I got to junior high school, she was like, all right, so you got to read the fashion magazines. So my mother used to buy me Teen magazine, so she wanted me to wear like fashion stuff. Like she wanted me to be fashionable. So that's when I started wearing like the skirt with the pins in it. And that's when I started kind of like junior high school going up. I started thinking about looks and stuff. But but I was always a chubby girl. I was always like, my mother always made sure I looked nice, but I didn't think about looks or confidence until I got older. I never thought about what it meant.
Oh, wow.
Then once I got older, I kind of started thinking about it more. But, I was bullied for a lot of reasons. Being chubby. I wore glasses from 8. I don't know. I was bullied, though, a lot.
I was bullied, too. But, I always had, like, a comeback quick. Like, I was bullied. Like, they used to call me, first of all, my name, Sansa Ray, they call me Lingerie. So I felt like a little slut. So that was really bad.
You thought about it like a slut?
Because I'm a child. Why you call me Lingerie?
Okay.
Saucy Burger, they used to call me in
Okay.
junior high school. But they were horrible anyway. So that wasn't really. We all looked horrible in junior high school. So
Fact.
you know, so I was bullied too, but yeah.
Then once I got in high school, it was different because once I got in high school, because like I said, and so it was like the opposite growing up because I had a really, my best friend at the time, Veronica, was very, very skinny. So she said she was bullied. So I'm like, we just went to school, you went to high school in the Bronx too. So you have boyfriends and stuff like that. I was in Harlem, so men was still a little, what happened?
No.
Oh yeah, so it's like, we just had different experiences. So I feel like the Bronx, you
Y'all
know.
went to different high schools if y'all live in the same building.
Oh, because you could go to any high school you want in the city. You can pick your own high school.
Yeah.
You can't pick your elementary, but you can pick your middle school and your high school.
What?
Yeah.
That's some crazy shit.
But you know what's
because there's so many.
You know what's so crazy? In high school, well, when I was high school, I had a boyfriend that was Spanish. This was my first high school. But I was like, you see how the
Full
everything
circle.
comes back to, you know. So the thing was that
He
why
was
is he
nice.
dating a black girl?
Oh.
So it was more that because it was like, oh, you're Spanish. That's why he was Spanish and black. And they were like really racist to me about that. I did have problems in high school about that.
Mhm.
But it probably was like, she's a big girl and she black. Why, you know what I mean? And I'm Spanish and a big girl. Like,
yeah.
you know, so, you know, because that's another story.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
But the only, real quick, the last thing we'll talk about is health concerns. We kind of touched on that versus looks, like people being really concerned. I wanted to share an experience, like I was comparing whites to blacks. So I like I said, I always thought about weight, but when I worked at Columbia University, which is majority white, I think as women as a whole, we're just so hard on each other. Like, all the girls did was talk about weight. All day, every day. They only talked about weight.
Well, that's because white people, I think white people on a whole, well, I won't say on a whole, a good percentage of white people are concerned, I won't say overly concerned, they're like super
Very
concerned with
concerned.
health.
Yeah.
They're very, very health conscious. And I noticed that just from working the job I'm working at.
Yeah.
Like, they're just like super concerned
They
with
eat
health.
really healthy. Not all of them.
Not
It's
all
a
of them.
stereotype because
And
you know, in the South. I would say in the South, they all big. Like, you know, in the South, right?
Well, yeah, in the South it varies too. Like,
Yeah.
South you get a lot of fucking hillbilly
Big
country.
boys and big girls.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, you know, where you work at, you work with these white collar, that's what we call them, right? White collar, white people, you know, live in the city that fucking, you know, these motherfuckers that don't come out after 12 o'clock at night. Those kind of white people, they're concerned with that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But don't get me wrong, they're not the pillars of health either. Because also at my job, while they're super concerned with
I was
health,
just about to say
they're fucking drinking.
They're snorting coke.
They're
Not
drinking.
all.
So, no, they're doing that shit too. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, they talked about it all the time. Like with this one girl, she was like, oh, I ran 45 miles this week on the treadmill. Like they talked about like everything was a calorie count, and even the women of color who was there. And I understood why.
Assimilated into the culture.
Right, I understood why they got obsessed because it even made me start obsessing too. Like I started obsessing and okay, how many calories is it? Okay, I shouldn't eat this, I shouldn't eat that. Like it's like a real big obsession with them and like healthy snacks. But even it's a good thing. I think we need to mix a little bit, like because health is important. But also know that, like you said, genetically, everybody is not going to be a size 2.
I don't think it should be more concerned about health. I think it should be concerned about being healthy. Or not weight. I don't think it should be concerned about weight.
Yeah.
I think it should be concerned about being healthy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody's not the same. And the Army finds that out all the time. You know, when you got a nigga that passes PT test with flying colors, but then he goes and get weighs and tape afterwards, and he's by Army standards, he's overweight. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's nothing much they can do.
They got to kind of change that.
Right.
But I think even being older, I would say that you can't eat the same. I can't eat the same as I could as a teenager. So,
Me neither.
yeah, you have to,
Yeah, because
I can't eat the same.
no, and I can't even drink the same. Like,
I for sure can't.
I will like drink, and then the next day I'll be shut down like the whole day. And it's like when I was 20, I was getting back up and going back to the club. Like, So it's confusing. So
Yeah.
I do think as I'm getting older, I am thinking about like maybe I should do vegetables. Maybe
Right.
drink water. Like I drink a lot of water at work. I need to drink some more at home, but I drink a lot of water at work.
Yeah.
Vegetables are really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so,
I think also too, like we're a whole lot of women, right? And we gonna make it, right? If we slim down and we get healthy and we work on our health, we didn't hate ourselves now, but you know, health is important. We want to live a long time.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what it's about. Like a lot of times people too, she said she was confident, but she had the gastric weight surgery. Or she said she was confident, but she's trying to lose weight. But it's nothing wrong. You can still be confident and still think about your health.
yeah.
I think
As
what
well.
it is though is that so a lot of I've seen it with my own eyes. A lot of bigger girls, and I thought that they looked bigger. I thought they looked better when they were bigger than when they lost the weight. And I know this one chick, she went from being a big girl to losing all the weight, and I feel like she looked worse. Man, she just lost all this fucking weight. But I think what it is that when some big girls lose all that weight, they have that
Look
surgery to lose
fast,
all the weight.
yeah.
No, not even that. Not even that, because there's a certain way to do it where your skin won't sag and all that stuff like that.
Let me know.
But what it is that a lot of these big girls, when they drop all the weight, then they act brand new as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now they fucking, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like now they act brand new as fuck, and I think they're the ones attributing weight to beauty. You know, when they were telling other people not to do it when they were big, but now that they're big, now they're like, oh, now nigga can't even talk to me no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? This
So
is
keep
like,
the
you know,
same attitude. When we get healthier, like you know, more health. You think we're gonna act different?
Well, I wouldn't want to be a size 2. I wouldn't want to be even a single digit. I would want like still a powerhouse, but I would want my rolls. Like I would want to lose my stomach and my back and my arms. Now I don't know.
We're talking about looks of being
No,
healthy.
I'm talking about personally. I know. No, because I feel like I wouldn't want to be like. I think I wouldn't look good
Okay.
if I got surgery. That's why I never really looked into it. And also, surgery sometimes is not healthy either. I know a lot of
your
people
body's not
that
supposed to
have.
lose that much weight.
That's
that
true.
fast.
I know.
Sometimes.
I used to teach a child and his mom got weight loss surgery. She had to get blood transfusions every Wednesday.
It can be
I know a couple of people that died. I'm not saying that happens to everybody, but I feel like, you know, sometimes if you can't do it naturally, then of course go to the
Everybody
next.
can do it naturally. It's
No,
just
I
a
feel
matter
like-
of discipline.
No, and I do
Discipline
believe that because I've
yourself.
seen people do it naturally.
It's
And-
hard. It's hard.
It is hard.
But it's a mental thing.
It
It's
is
a mental thing,
It's a
and
mental
that's
thing.
and that's what people aren't realizing.
Well,
And just like bulimia and anorexic is the disorder, but being fat is also an eating disorder as well.
If you're a
Like,
certain size, yeah.
but if you're overweight.
Yeah, if you're overweight, right.
It's
Like,
a-
you don't become 600 pounds because you're hungry. You know, they said, like, my 600 pound
No.
life is about something else. Because if that was the point, then it's not even bulimia is about control. And anorexia is about control. It's not about food.
Yeah.
It's about controlling something in your life.
Yeah, and like you're depressed.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
cooking,
sad. And they said, I looked it up because I was looking up something else. They said your mind doesn't know the difference between eating a good meal and sex. So an orgasm and eating food stimulates the same things in your brain.
It still doesn't make you feel full though.
Right. That's the
But
point.
the thing is,
But eating bad food don't make you feel full either. Like when I eat Chinese food,
that's because Chinese food got a bunch of chemicals and bullshit in it.
I'm just using that example.
Yeah.
Right.
Like when I eat bad, but it's a lot, I still don't feel.
Let's look at some of the comments and then because we don't we don't have that many, right?
No. But what I wanted to say about like losing weight the natural way is that the reason why it turns a lot of people off is if you just say, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna eat salad, I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna eat fucking nuts and berries and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like people started for a couple of days and then just like, I can't do it. I'm so fucking hungry.
Right.
I don't get it. But what people don't understand, your body has to adjust to that.
Right.
And the
It's true.
first few days to a week are the worst because I've had to do it. I've had points where I did eventually gain a lot of weight and I was overweight too much. I think the most I've weighed at one point was 260. And I had to drop weight. You know what I'm saying? I had to drop weight. And when I dropped weight, it was I was always fucking hungry because I was eating fucking nuts and berries and shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm
How
saying?
long did it take you?
Not long.
Okay, you're a man.
But I was in the army doing
How long
PT
took you?
every morning, probably like a month.
You lose how much
weight?
weight?
Dropped like 30-ish ish pounds, maybe like 2 months. It wasn't long. It wasn't very long because I was in the Army. I was already doing shit.
You were already physically working out. Okay.
No,
yeah.
not 260.
No.
It was 245.
Okay, I was about to say 260 to I was like 30. That's a
I
lot.
went down to 25. 225.
But 25 pounds in a month is still good.
Right.
Yeah, that's
But it
really
was
good.
because I was eating, like, you know, salad and bullshit, and then I was running and doing all this shit all the time, being in the sun all the fucking time, sweating all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Going to the gym. You know what I mean?
Same thing. So I want to say, just to try to end up, because we don't want no accidents like usually happen, that, yeah, that's what we want to talk about, being plus size and our opinions. Anything final words?
Just so about the confidence thing. Just have confidence in yourself.
No matter what.
No matter
right?
what size you are.
Right.
No matter what complexion you are.
Even if you like a monkey.
There's
Ooh,
no
I
sex
didn't mean to say.
thing.
I meant to say even if you. I didn't mean to say even if you like a monkey. Even if you look. Even if you look different.
Even if you're different.
Look like an animal, a bird.
Just
a
have
rat.
confidence. I feel like confidence will make you want to change your lifestyle if it's not good or if it's not healthy for you. You know, believing in yourself will make you want to change.
Yeah.
So, and you know, be sexy. I don't, you know, but be, okay, so one more thing I want to go over. So, you know, people want to be sexy. Wear good undergarments. That's all I want to say.
And women, before you judge that next woman on what you think, take a look at yourself, because you may be going hard on that woman because you have some insecurities on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Before you throw
Just
a
be
rock
kind.
at the glass
Be
stone.
kind. Be compassionate to people.
Don't throw glass stones.
Cause
People with glass stones.
And your opinion doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really care what you think about my body because,
Right. And if
I
you
don't-
don't like it, don't look.
and if you look real quick.
You don't
I know
have
when I
to
go
be
to
an
the beach,
asshole.
when I go to the beach, I'm wearing what I wear. You wear what you wear.
On
You
the
go to
cruise,
beach.
I didn't care about
Some pictures, she gonna
nothing.
post them. No, I'm just kidding. Did you take pictures?
Yeah, they on
Yeah,
Facebook.
sexy pics.
Yeah, they on Facebook.
So she gonna post her sexy pics all out of me too.
They on Facebook already. Go to my page, so I'll say more.
I'm just playing.
Yes.
No, but thank you guys. So next week we got some more juicy hot topics.
Yeah, we're gonna have the cast on Power here. No, I'm lying.
We're gonna have a whole lot of topics
A lot of guys.
and a whole lot of fun. See you next week. Like, love, and share.